Are you looking for the best two-slice toasters? In this video we will look at some of the best two-slice toasters on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Breville the Bitmore Two-Slice. The best two-slice toaster we've tested is the Breville the Bitmore Two-Slice. If you're only interested in basic toasting performance, skip this toaster and go for a cheaper option below. However, if you want a more premium look and extra features, it outperforms other options in the same price range. Its slots are long and wide, so it's suitable for various bread types, from regular sandwich bread to thickly sliced sourdough or a chunky bagel. The Lift and Look feature lets you lift the slots mid-cycle to check your toast's progress. LED lights on the side of the toaster act as a cycle countdown indicator, so you can tell when your toast is about to pop up. You can use the 7 presets to make anything from lightly toasted to charred sandwich bread. The highest setting is enough to brown items that take longer to toast, like denser rye bread, in one cycle. It also toasts consistently, so you don't have to adjust the dial to a lower setting after the first batch. It also does a fantastic job of toasting the surface of the bread evenly. Both slots perform the same way, but you might notice that the inner face gets toasted more than the outer face. Number 2. Black Plus Decker Two-Slice Toaster T2569B. If you're looking for an inexpensive, bare-bones toaster, the Black Plus Decker Two-Slice Toaster T24569B is the best budget two-slice toaster we've tested. This toaster doesn't have cycle countdown indicators or extra features like Breville's Lift and Look but offers a fantastic toasting performance. You can get golden brown toast from white sandwich bread with one of the presets, and the highest setting is enough to toast denser bread or thicker slices in one cycle. Both slots perform the same way, and this model toasts the surface of the bread evenly. It toasts consistently batch after batch. Its plastic body gives it a less premium feel than the Breville the Bitmore Two-Slice, but it also means it's much lighter, which is nice if you plan to store your toaster out in a cupboard or on a shelf when you're not using it. Although it doesn't have many extra features, you get settings for bagels and for thawing/toasting frozen items like waffles. Its slots are wide enough for thickly sliced bread, like the Breville's, but they're a little shorter. Number 3. Oster Two-Slice Toaster with Quick Check Lever. If you usually toast smaller items, you want your toaster's slots to lift high enough that you don't burn yourself on the top of the toaster when you retrieve the toast. If you want more room to grab smaller slices of bread, English muffins, or frozen waffles, check out the Oster Two-Slice Toaster with Quick Check Lever. The price of this simple toaster falls between the Breville the Bitmore Two-Slice and the Black Plus Decker Two-Slice Toaster T24569B, and its slots are a little over half an inch shallower when raised than the previous picked slots, making it easier to grab smaller items. Like the Breville, its Quick Check feature lets you lift the slots to check on your toast without interrupting the cycle. The downside is that it doesn't have the same fantastic toasting range as the previous picks. Even the highest setting doesn't char white sandwich bread, so you'll have to run another toasting cycle to properly brown denser or thicker breads that take longer to toast. The manufacturer says the bagel setting extends the toasting time rather than turning down the elements on one side to avoid over-browning the bottom of your bagel. It toasts bread evenly, with each slot performing similarly batch after batch. Number 4. Sur La Table Touchscreen Two-Slice Toaster. If you're interested in a modern touchscreen model, the best option we've tested is the Sur La Table Touchscreen Two-Slice Toaster. This toaster has been in and out of stock lately at online retailers but is also available via the manufacturer's website. Toasters with a touchscreen don't necessarily outperform regular models, and you'll pay a premium for one with a screen instead of dials and buttons. However, this one isn't extremely expensive, so it's a good option if you prefer the sleek look of a screen or want to try out the latest toaster technology. Its screen lets you select from various modes, including bagels, pastries, English muffins, and waffles. You can then separately choose the shade setting. It displays a digital timer for the toasting cycle, so you know when your toast will be ready. There's also a mode that only heats the slot on the right when you're making one piece of toast. However, unlike our top picks, even its maximum setting may not be enough to brown denser multi-grain bread or thicker slices of sourdough, so you may have to run more than one cycle. Unlike most toasters with physical dials, the screen design doesn't let you select half settings, so you can't set it to between settings 3 and 4, for example. It also toasts the outer face of the bread more than the inner face. The slots are shallow when you lift them, similar to the Oster 2 slice toaster with quick check levers, but they aren't as deep when they're pushed down, and if your bread is bigger than white sandwich bread, it can stick out the top of the toaster.